Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Warner. Hope everyone's well. I'm so excited for our first lesson in our perimeter area and volume, chapter 9. We're going to start out with our first lesson. Oh, dear. That should say lesson 1, and it says lesson 2. Oh, well. Lesson 1 is perimeter and area. There will be a full completed note sheet posted in your classroom. But for now, let's discuss what perimeter is. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a figure, or in other words, we're going to add up all the side lengths. I also put on the bottom here what the circumference of a circle formula was. Circumference is 2 pi r or pi d. Both formulas work depending on if you have a radius or a diameter, which is 2 radius. So what we need to do is look at this first example. An enclosure has the shape of a trapezoid with 3 known side lengths shown in feet. Determine the length of side AD. So in our picture, side AD is our x value. All right, we have a trapezoid. I think our best point would be to drop down our height right there. Once we drop that down, I know that that is 8 feet, and I've made a right triangle. Well, if the distance along the top is 11 feet and the bottom is 17, 17 minus 11 is going to be a 6. And now I can use my friend a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So now I have 6 squared plus 8 squared is going to equal x squared. 36 and 64 equal x squared. X squared is 100, or the length of AD is going to be 10 when we take the square root. It now says determine the perimeter. Okay, to find the perimeter, I now know this guy is 10, so I have 10 plus 11 plus 8 plus that 17. Don't get confused with the 6. That is just this little piece here. 17 was the whole length. We're going to add those all together, and we get 46. And our unit of measurement is feet. Somebody's crazy, and they want to enclose this trapezoid shape with some fencing, and it costs 75 cents per linear foot. So how much would it cost to enclose this trapezoid? We're going to take the perimeter around the outside, and we're going to times that by 75 cents per foot. And our total to enclose that would be $34.50. Very exciting. That was a good fun first problem. So again, I will be posting completed full notes. We're going to skip over example 2 and example 3. Notice in example 3, there is a semicircle. This here is a semicircle on the end of there. So I would use my pi d and divide it by 2 because it's only half of a circle, if you notice that in the note sheet that I'm going to post. Next, we're going to work on area. Area is the amount of space that is enclosed inside of a figure. So instead of going around the figure, we're going to enclose the inside of a figure. There's a whole bunch of formulas that we'll need to know: parallelograms, triangles, circles, rectangles, squares, and trapezoids. Please see the completed note sheet to fill in your formulas. Let's find a good example to start with. I think a really good example is all the way back here at example 7. This is fun. A shape is constructed from a rectangle whose length is 10 inches and its width is 8 inches, along with a semicircle attached at the end. What is the total area of this shape? Leave your answer in terms of pi. Again, we're doing area. So area of the rectangle is what we need to do first. So that would be base times height. So make sure you write your formulas out. I'm going to do 10 times 8, or 80, is the length or the area of that rectangle. Now, I need to do the area of the semicircle. So in order to do the semicircle, that's area, is pi r squared, but I want to divide that in half. And oh shoot, I got to find the radius. So since this length of this side of the rectangle is 8, that is also carried over here. But the radius is only half of it. So if I take half of 8, my radius is 4. So I'm going to fill that in my formula. I'm going to do pi times 4 squared divided by 2. 4 squared is 16. Pi divided by 2, or 8 pi. Now, the question says, leave your answer in terms of pi. So if I take the 80 from the rectangle and add the 8 pi together, 80 plus 8 pi is my answer. Oh, that was a fun problem there. So there's many more problems on this note sheet, but I decided that people's attention span is not probably 40 minutes of watching Mrs. Warner in a video. So I did a few of the basics on perimeter and area. There will be an answer key posted in your classroom. I know you'll check out your answer key to the whole entire note sheet and maybe copy it down when you're bored. All right, enjoy. Have a good evening. Don't forget to do your homework and enter your answers in the Go Formative. Bye now.